and if you come just this way a little bit more, there you go. Okay. And actually, let's get a little bit closer. Sure. I should be on an Apple box. Anthony, welcome to the Stephen Foster story. This is year one for you, correct?
It is year one.
Where do you come to us from?
Yes, so I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, but I'm currently living in Boston, Massachusetts.
And what do you think of our weather down here?
You know, it's a little hot, especially tonight. It's been, high of 90, I think, today. And so, it's a little sweltering, but I'm getting used to it.
That heat index can really be a killer.
Yes.
Now, you had rehearsal this afternoon on stage. What was that for?
Yes, I did. It was for The Sound of Music, which is our second show of this season. And so in that, I play Max Detweiler. And so that's a ton of fun, as well as the Stephen Foster story.
And what role do you play in the Stephen Foster story?
Yes, in the Stephen Foster story, I play Joe Akins.
Do you know much about Stephen Foster? Had you known anything about him before you came down here?
I didn't actually. I had honestly, truthfully, never heard of Stephen Foster before I came here and started working on this. I did obviously recognize a ton of his songs. He's has a number of notable songs, but it wasn't until I really got here and started to work on it that I discovered more.
And your character Joe has some absolutely beautiful numbers in the show. What are some of them?
Yes, yeah. So some of them, we do a serenade, which is a bit of a medley of songs. We pretend that it's Christmas, ironic given the heat. But in that, Joe sings Camptown Races, which is a very famous song. He also sings in the Act 2 overture, which we're about to do after this. He sings the song Old Black Joe, which is just very beautiful and powerful. And it's a great way to kind of kick off the second act of the show.
So tell me a little bit about your training. What is your background in performing?
Yeah, sure. So I have both a bachelor's and a master's degree of music and voice performance specifically. That primarily is training with classical music. So I sing in a lot of opera productions mainly, in terms of acting and things like that. And then I also do a lot of choir and choral work. In Boston specifically, there's a lot of like early music, like Renaissance, church music, things like that. And so I do a lot of that when I'm there as well. But yeah, so being in these I would say like more classically based musicals feels like very at home with what I do, but I do have a lot of love for musicals. I did them a lot growing up, and so it's fun to kind of revisit that.
That's wonderful. Now, what is your favorite part of the Stephen Foster story? Either it's something that you do or something that you've seen
Sure.
done.
Yeah, I think my favorite part has to be there's a scene in Act 2 that's coming up that's at the Opera House, and in it there's kind of a bit of a reckoning that Stephen experiences with his music and how he wants it to be kind of represented and seen. And it's just a really beautiful kind of turning point in the show. It shows that he's so sure of his convictions and like how he wants to send a message to the world, and I think it's just really beautiful. It ends with the song Old Folks at Home, which also features Joe and also another one of Stephen's close friends, Levy, as well. So it's just a really beautiful scene, and I think it kind of culminates a lot of the messages of the Stephen Foster story.
Well, thank you so much, Anthony, for speaking with us. I'm going to let you go. It's a very hot day, and you might want to cool down a little bit before we sing our Act 2 overture. But thank you so much. And if you'd like to see the Stephen Foster story, please go to stephenfoster.com and purchase tickets. Thank you.
Thanks so much.